In today's video, I'm going to show you all the ways I get water whilst living full-time on the road, which has worked for me for the last 7 years. Now, before we jump into actually all the different places I get water, I want to talk to you about something you need. Now, I'm not going to tell you need a hose pipe because that's pretty much a given. You need some sort of hose or some container or a jug or something like that to carry the water or to, hose it into your motorhome. But it's one of these. You need one of these. Now, these are called a utility key. So there's a big square one end, that end, smaller. It's like a key, that one, and that's like the old electric and gas boxes on the outsides of houses. Now you can order them on Amazon, but you can also get them at all hardware stores, so like Wickes, B&Q, Screwfix, all of them. The reason you need one of these will become very apparent later on in the video, but you definitely need one of these. Okay, I'm going to cheat and I'm going to start with the easiest and simplest way to get water, and that is on a campsite. They're everywhere. These freshwater drinking water taps are everywhere on campsites. There's one here and then there's one here. They're everywhere. Now, obviously, campsites are easy to get water out. That's part of the service they offer. But if you're only coming on just for water and just to stay a night for that water, then it's quite an expensive way to do it. But that is one of the places I get water when I do come on a campsite. Now, these taps are great. I look out for these a lot. Not every town has them, but when you're in like a garages like this, so these are council garages. I used to actually, this is my mum's area, I used to actually have a garage in this block. So as you can see, the motorhomes here, there's more garages outside, but they have these taps. Now, this is where this comes in handy because they don't have handles on to stop people leaving them turned on and to stop kids messing around with them. But you get your trusty tool and away you go, free running water, turn it onto the motorhome there, good to go. Now, one thing I would say with these is I would run them a little bit because they're not often used. They're used for like washing cars, basically. People can wash cars. There is an allotments just here, so people use them for getting water for that. But I would have a look around the towns that you're driving through that have these garages, these blocks of garages, because if you look over here, there's a second one. So it's just a normal block of garages. There's the motorhome, and there's one there, and then there's one there. And like I say, you just get your trusty utility key, pop it on, and then away you go. This is one of my favourite ways of grabbing water whilst I'm on the road and going through towns. So yeah, just keep an eye out. And also, if you are in an area, you're going to be in an area, you can also go on Google Maps and go Street View and then have a little look. You won't see it all the time, but you should see, because there's a post. It's a white post, or a little box or something, because they put the box, the wood around the pipes. Yeah, you should be able to see somewhere, and yeah, good to go. Another place I like to get water from is pub stops. Now, if you're doing a pub stop, you can always just quickly go and talk to the owner, the landlord, the manager, and say, have you got a tap? A lot of them are quite close to the car park. This one's got a nice seating area, but as you can see, there is a tap here. So you wouldn't be able to fill up, you wouldn't be able to get the motorhome close here, and only if you've got a real long hose, you'd be able to connect it to the motorhome. But you can fill up a big barrel of water and then take it back to the motorhome if you need to. But yeah, pub stops, I've never really had any trouble with pub stops saying no, or not letting you use it. If you're staying overnight, if you're going to be eating in the establishment, you're going to have a drink, they're more than happy usually for you to use one of their taps, just like that. It's simple. Yeah, win-win. So yeah, pub stops, definitely easy place to get water from. Now, there is no one better to sponsor this video about water than Super Sparrow, the water bottle company. Don't run away from the sponsor. They're giving them away. There's a competition. Now, this is their new ultra lightweight range. I personally use and have been using one of these for ages. I've done the whole of Europe with one of these in the driver's door. This isn't the ultralight one, and you can definitely feel the difference. Yeah, this is definitely a lot lighter. Now these are absolutely a lifesaver. I like the wide mouth ones because I can open them up, fill them with ice in the morning, chuck my drink in, and then put it in the door. And I tend to do one of these to one can to try and stop my Pepsi Max addiction. Yeah, it means I'm getting like juice or water or something. You know, one of these to one can, or, you know, depending on the size of the bottle, because I've got a few bottles. But these are absolutely brilliant because they've got a straw in. These ones that I use has got a straw in, so I don't need to, you know, just need to swig, and they're great. But as you can see, they have got a whole range. Now, not only have Super Sparrow given me a discount code URBAN20, which gives you guys 20% off, we're also running a competition to give away 10 of their new range. So this is just a tip of the iceberg of the designs, but you've got the straw ones, you've got the traditional twist top ones, and I mean, look at this one, look at the artwork on it, it's amazing. Then you've got like coffee ones. Oh, tea, coffee, hot chocolate, brilliant they are. Again, the designs are so cool. They really are. They are brilliant. What the design, and then even super little water bottles keep you going all day long, on the go, wherever you need to be. And you get, you know, you can fill these up from where you're filling up water from. So, I mean, like I said, match made in heaven. Now, links will be in the description below. Or all you need to do, and this competition is going to be on Instagram. I apologise for that, but that's the only way that I can contact you guys. I can't contact you directly on YouTube, so I have to run the competition on Instagram. If you scan this QR code now, the one here, then that will take you straight to my Instagram. All you have to do is go over to Instagram, follow me, follow Super Sparrow, and comment on the post. Thanks to Super Sparrow for sponsoring this video, and yeah, I hope you win. Now I know there's going to be plenty of you out there that are going to say, Daz, you can get water at the cemetery, at the graveyard. You can, there's taps everywhere there. Yes, I know, there are. But you won't catch me there. I have been living full-time van life now for just almost 7 years. I mean, I think I'm like within a month or two of the date. And in them entire 7 years, I've never got water out of a graveyard or a cemetery. No. Not messing with that. Not going near them. No. I will, I'll find somewhere else. I have never needed it that much that I couldn't find it somewhere else first. Oh, no. Not going there. If that's your, you know, that's your thing, you take your jerry can or your bottle, yeah, you crack on. More power to you. You do you. I'm not going near a church graveyard or a cemetery. Nah, they're just a bit. Nah. Probably one of them places I feel like most is going to be petrol stations. I'd say hands down. There is usually a tap on the building somewhere around them. Now the supermarket ones, Morrison's especially, they're pretty easy. They've usually got one sitting there waiting. And if you just go in, and this is with them all, if you just go in and you're saying, oh, I'm just going to get some petrol, any chance I can top up the water, they never really say no. I've only had a few say no, and if they do, then I'll say, okay, no worries, I'll just go to the next petrol station. And I'll just take my money and I'll just go to the next petrol station. Because at the end of the day, it's, I'm spending money. I don't tell them how much I'm going to be filling up. I just say I'm topping up. Because that is true. It's a little white lie, but that is true. Just be friendly, polite, ask them if you can. And yeah, the worst they can say is no. It's not a problem. I know one of the biggest questions I'm going to get is, how do you know it's drinking water, and is it safe to drink? Now, there's a few thoughts of mine personally that go down this avenue, so I'll run you through them. So there isn't, I'm 99% sure, and I'm led to believe that there is no dirty water lines in this country. We only have fresh and sewer. That's it.
because if they got crossed and we were putting like, so it just doesn't make sense to have anything other than one is pure black waste, one is fresh. The part that when you see the signs not drinking water or do not drink or things like that, I think that's for the liability of the premises is on, because they can't guarantee the tap, what people do with the tap, and they don't want to take liability, so they're disclosing that there, and they're, you know, waiving their liability. That's what I'm led to believe. If anyone's got 100% more knowledge on that, or any more, anyone works with the water board, please drop it in the comments below and clear it up so we all know 100%, because yeah, it'd be great to know. So there are a few things you can do. Now, there are these little test kits which I'll put up on the screen now. You can go on Amazon, you can dip them in a sample of water, and then they'll come up and they'll, you know, light up like a rainbow, various different colours, strengths of colours, and then there'll be a chart on the bottle that they've come out of, which shows you the strength of, like, say, copper in the water, how much this is in the water, how much of that's in the water, and then you can see the safe range. Now, there's a lot of people that say these are really good. I have used them, and they do fluctuate. Some people say they're really good, some people say they're really bad, they're not reliable. I mean, the only real way to test is a proper test. Like, I used to take my fish tank water to the shop, or I had my own big test kit which you get all the droppers out and all the solutions, and then you wait 15-20 minutes, but that's not really practical. You can have an inline filter in your water system to take out any you know, bits and bobs and then a few nasties, and then you can go to the other end, where I know Pete, I know John, and I know Mandy, they've got all these, and I've seen quite a lot of other van lifers have got them, to be fair. They're like the big Berkey filters. Now, I know Pete swears by his, and I have drunk out of Pete's. They take out all chemicals, all nasties, all bacteria, all God knows everything. They take out pretty much everything apart from the water. I've seen videos where people put a can of Coke in the top, or a bottle of Coke, and it comes out clear water at the bottom. You know what I mean? It's just crazy. Me personally, I don't tend to use the water on board for cooking, for drinking. It's not to say I won't. I'm not scared of it. I will drink it. It's not doesn't worry me in the slightest. But I mainly use it for cooking, cleaning, and showering, and the toilet. And then I buy bottled water. I usually have two of the 5 litres, and then I fill them up when I know there's a proper source. I can, and I'll fill them up. But other than that, I will buy bottled waters. But yeah, I thought I'd throw those out to you, because it is quite a big subject. Finding water is one part, but then actually using the water and being confident in the water and how to use the water is another part. So if you've got any hints, tips or tricks about how you use your water, how you test your water, any knowledge of the actual water lines in the country, then please do drop them in the comments below. So now I've shown you all the places I fill up water, which has kept me going for the last 7 years on the road full time. Where do you get water? I know a lot of you are going to jump in the comments and going to go say cemeteries and graveyards, but I'm not going to them. We've already discussed that. But I'd love to know where you go and fill up. Any hints, tips or tricks, I'd love you to drop them in the comments so we can all share them, we can all benefit from them. It's not a hard thing to do, really. Just takes a little bit of consideration, a little bit of thinking, forward planning. But yeah, like I say, if you've got any hints, tips or tricks, please drop them in the comments below so we can all benefit from it. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take it easy. Bye. If you've enjoyed this video of finding water, then you'll probably enjoy videos of me sharing how I find park ups. So I definitely recommend you check out this playlist and this one of how I find park ups and how I've been doing so successfully, even in an 8.5 metre motorhome, for the last 7 years.